Michelle here from Scout and Molly's.
And Stephanie from Scout and Molly's.
And today we have Nina Arme from Artistry Citizen.
Hello, everyone.
And we are going to touch on photographs.
Yes.
So exciting. This time of year with the change in the colors and the new season, we have such a beautiful backdrop. And last week, Stephanie and I we gave you 3 tips when it came to what to think about for your photos. Nina is a photographer. And the owner of Artistry Citizen, and she's going to touch base on us from her perspective on what we should be thinking about. If you're going, let's just start off and say you're going for that corporate photo.
So keep neutral tones, warm tones, and solid colors for sure. For gentlemen, they can kind of show their personality through a nice tie. Women, maybe a handkerchief or a nice necklace or earrings, but again, keeping in mind, keeping it subtle because you are in the workplace. So just be aware of the size of your jewelry, be aware of your makeup. Even for gentlemen, you guys can, there's nothing wrong with a little powder, a little airbrush, you know, have it looking good and getting it together. Nothing wrong with that.
So that's more of like a traditional photo. You really want your personality to come through in a subtle way.
Yes.
Now, we had touched base last week on more traditional engagement photos, tips and tricks for the traditional family photo, but you were telling us that it's not necessarily as traditional as it used to be when it comes to family photos and engagement photos. So can you give us a little insight on some tips for the less traditional
Yes,
people?
in this day of age now, we are so far from tradition, but it's in a good way because now we're able to be more creative. The family's able to show more of their true personality. It's more of a realistic family portrait. It's not the one where the kids are sitting up proper and mom and dad and we're all such a good family. Not saying that you're not, but the reality is mom's
the kids
going
weren't
crazy.
screaming 2 minutes beforehand.
So I just completed a photo shoot where I had the mom, like it was full fashion forward. She had a gorgeous gown on. She's spilling martini on one side. The dad's shaking the stir.
I love
it. The kids, one kid is on the floor on the iPhone. The other one's got his Beats headset on. And it came out so beautifully. I'll be posting that at some point. But it came out so beautiful because it showed the true personality of that family in their everyday life. So I just thought it was just a much more artistic way to really show their family photo.
Yeah, so it really comes down to, as a family, what you're looking for.
Right.
You know, because a photo like that really gives you a sign of the times.
Yes.
So 10 years down the road, you can look back and think, oh my gosh, you know, you remember that time where the kids had the Beats and, you know, with kids that don't listen and all of the stresses in life, sometimes we need to have a martini every now and then.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you had the iPhone 11? Yeah, we're on iPhone 25 now.
Yeah, exactly. It's so true. Do you think we could maybe pop that photo in here and show our viewers? Do you think that would be okay?
It's under editing, so I don't know if it'll be ready in time, but if it is, absolutely.
Okay, so we may be able to post that. If not, maybe down
we'll
the road.
link in.
Yes, once it's ready, we can link it in.
Yeah, we'll definitely link your. So that's a really great point. So if you're not looking for that traditional family photo, then certainly some creativity comes from the photographer.
And that I think it's important when you're going to get photos to talk to your photographer, because you mentioned every photographer is looking for something different, has maybe some different tips and tricks and things that they're looking for and are able to do for you. With lighting is a big thing. So really just be open with, when you're going to pay to get photos taken, you want them to come out good. You want to look your best. That's why you're getting them done professionally. So it's really important to be open and communicate what you're looking for, and they'll let you know what they're able to get for you.
Yes, it's important for you to make a connection with your photographer. Sometimes that connection may not be there with your photographer. Every photographer has their different style and abilities and skill set to take photography. But sometimes I feel you need that connection because you have to understand your client's vision of what they want to see. Now, going back just a little bit, I don't want to take away from tradition. Traditional family photos are still great. If that's what you want, by all means, they're still beautiful pictures. But again, you just have to make that connection with your client so you're able to capture what it is, that the vision that they see.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want outdoor photos, obviously we talked about that too. Say you're going because you'd love to capture some of that fall foliage. You know, we talked about last week, and I think it rings through from a photographer's perspective as well, that you want to try to stay away from, especially if your backdrop are the beautiful colors that are happening right now. You want to try to stay away from prints. Go more towards solids, and your photographer can help you coordinate those colors if you need to.
Yeah, some great tips are earth tone colors are always great when you're outside. We call the photographers, we say the golden hour, which is the best time to take those outside pictures is either sunset or sunrise, because that's when the sky and the lighting is just much more warmer color. You have those nice blues and pinks, and it's just going to be the best natural lighting, because natural lighting will always be the best. Now, unless you have LED lighting, then that's a different story.
But I love that you mentioned earth tones and neutrals,
Yes.
Especially if you're having your photo taken outside. So those are some good tips.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we touched on corporate photos, we touched on family photos. What if you wanted to get just everyday photos taken, because you also expand and do other non-traditional photos as well?
Yes, I do a lot of street glam photography. That can be day and night. When I do that, it's basically the client, I will work with the client to style them to show their personality, whether they're edgy, they're a little more subtle, whatever the case may be. I try to work with them to bring that personality out through them. We'll go out through different parts of the city. We'll take some great pictures. I've done some night pictures. I've done some day pictures. And once they see it, and I make that connection with my client, once they see the pictures, then they start getting more open, and they start showing more of their personality. So it's always a great time when I do the street glam photography.
Plus, it brings their confidence forward.
Yes. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, if they see what can be done with the camera.
Yes, the camera doesn't lie.
So,
and if you're not, and that's another thing too to keep in mind. If you're not feeling well, or if you've been sick for a few days or things of that nature, try to reschedule. Don't do that when you're not feeling well, because the camera will pick that up. There's only so much editing that can go on.
Yeah, I've seen some of your photos. They're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I tell everyone, please get a good night's rest, get plenty of sleep, put some cucumbers on the eyes, and make sure that you're well rested.
Oh, drink plenty of water.
Yes, hydrate, hydrate.
It's funny because we always talk about, how a camera, if you're in the wrong light, it shows our dark circles and
shows fluorescent lighting.
Right.
If you like, I can touch a little bit on that. Whether you're taking a professional picture with a photographer, or you're even doing a selfie, fluorescent lighting is not our friend, not by any means whatsoever. And I promise you, we do not really look that way. Fluorescent lighting, for whatever reason, it does it to all of us.
It's like when you open your camera and you're looking
and
down
you're
at it, you're
yes.
like, whoa. That's not your true face.
And then you get depressed. It's like, I
Where
need to go book an
17
appointment.
chins come from?
I need to go book an appointment with my facialist. Yes, no, but even in your house, it's always good. Switch your light bulbs to LED. The lighting in your house is so important, because if you walk by a mirror and you're under fluorescent light, it's like, ugh. Now change it to LED. And you'll see more of a true you, basically. My favorite lighting is halogen lighting, because it shows more of the rosier tones and those gold tones. So,
well, I'll be changing all my lights today, so I'm not sure about you guys.
yeah, no, if you're
going for halogen.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. And if you have company coming over, you're having a guest party or whatever, all the right lighting is important, because your family's taking pictures, let me get a picture of you cooking, or let me get a picture. And it's like, ew, that picture.
Oh, that's a really great point.
Yeah, so set your lighting in your home.
Because we always think about what we're wearing for all of our family gatherings.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what you're wearing if you're under those fluorescent lights.
Oh,
You're done.
that's so true.
So,
Yes.
lighting.
So for
very key.
Thanksgiving, everybody remember halogen, people.
Yes.
Put
Put it on
halogen.
your whole grocery list at the very end is turkey, halogen lighting.
Christmas stuffing stockers. What is
Halogen light. Yes,
there you
stocking
go.
stuffer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all those tips today. We really
Thank
appreciate
you so much
it.
for having me.
Again, Nina Arme from Artistry Citizen. If you're looking for a photographer, I have no doubt she'd be able to help you out. So
mention Scout and Molly's and you get 20% off.
Ooh. Wow, we're connected.
Yes.
So thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Get prepared for those family photos. And remember, you can always find the latest fashion trends in a warm and friendly environment.
And you'll always feel like you're shopping in your best friend's closet.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.